Good morning, good morning. Today we're going to be hopefully finishing off this ship. I know I keep saying it, but I can't leave it alone. And the other thing I've realized actually on the original ship, I had a rudder here, and I don't have a rudder anymore, so somehow I've got to do the rudder. And the other big thing I'm going to be doing is the portholes were taking up an awful lot of faces, you know, so just literally got like one that's 52 faces, and then the rest of them are free. So that's I've got to do that as well. That's going to be a little bit laborious, but yeah, that needs to be done. Um, I got to put a rudder on, and I also need to do the doors, and I've got to do the texturing on the inside. So yeah, welcome aboard. Welcome aboard the ship Neo Victoria. Um, and yeah, we'll just catch up with stuff. Really, don't know quite what's going on with my camera. It seems to have a mind of its own at the moment. There we go. There we go. Right. Okay, let's get on. I think this is going to be kind of a chill out Friday morning chill out stream. Wish there was a way of getting this uh, in here, you know, so that it actually fitted like perfectly in. I mean, I can use um, I can use this quick snap, but it's just not brilliant for this kind of thing. It just doesn't seem to. It sort of struggles. I don't know. See, I'm kind of thinking if I could get it to line up with something that just doesn't seem to be a way of... I mean, the other thing is kind of... I mean, it would be neat if I could get... It's just not really lining up at all. See, I would have thought that it would have lined up somehow with an edge here. You know, I would have thought that that edge and that edge there would have, you know, that would be neat. That would have actually sorted it out, because then I could just literally move it in and out, you know. Problem being, you see, is that it's kind of put it right over there for some reason. I don't know why. Actually, this reminds me, I need to take the... displacement is causing a bit of a problem. Yeah. So go back to this again. This relaxing. So oh no. If we highlight this, right. So if we go right. See, I would have thought highlight, you know, going on there and then... See, why is it not picking up? Kind of going to the opposite side, which is just weird. It's not picking it up that's nearest. Unless, of course, we have to change that, maybe. Doesn't seem to want to snap onto the nearest. Seems to want to go right over there. There's an edge right there, and I don't really figure why. Okay. No. See, it's kind of why. It's fantastic when it works, but brilliant when it works, but it's sort of picking up so anyway, we move it manually. Is it my imagination, or is that just not... Okay. I think we move it manually. Why not? I think that's the thing to do, is just to move it manually. I mean, it's on an edge. It's sort of going to the other side, which is just really weird. Don't know. I don't. Ooh, I don't know. I don't really get it. But anyway, we're going to just try and manually, get these things sorted. Hmm. Problem being is that this is not. I have to use the key arrows. I think we're just gonna have to use the key arrows to try and get it. Look at it. Look. Something not right. Hmm. It's only on the curves that on the hull of the ship where it's curved that's causing the problem, really. I think other than that, it's not too much of a problem. Ah, big gap down the side here. Seems to be about right. I came across a really nice add-on that's free called Mesh Cleaner. It's not the same as obviously the what's it called? Quadri Mesher or something. But it is pretty damn good, and there's some really neat utilities included in it. So for a free product, it's absolutely brilliant. And yeah, I might just do a demo of it. Actually, I mean, I like promoting these people. I think I bought one of the guy that did it. I think I already bought one of his. Ooh. I think I already bought one of his add-ons before and didn't realize he had actually got this. And one of the things it's absolutely really good for, which I've come across myself, is when you download a model from someone else, and there's just a massive amount of extra bits and pieces, so it does a very good job of cleaning stuff up, duplicates, and yeah, it's really good. Merging. Right, okay, I don't think we're going to get these absolutely perfect somehow, but okay, but they're going to look good. It's not going to take that long, really. I mean, it is and it isn't. It's hellishly boring doing this kind of thing, but it's also quite therapeutic. So I'm going to use the keyboard to do it, I think. It just gives me the steps that I really need to okay. I just wish there was a way of. That's actually not too bad. That's actually not too. See, we're on a flat, so of course it's easier. I think it will pretty much line up. Ooh. Got to sort out the paddle as well. The UVs got screwed up somehow. I don't really understand how, but the UVs got screwed up, and we've got this. We seem to have something laid over the top. I think I actually stacked. I think I stacked some of the paddles on top of each other, and it is possible they haven't quite. They haven't quite stacked correctly, and of course it's not until you apply a material to them that you realize that you've screwed up. I remember years ago watching, a tutor. I was like attending a class of Blender and seeing how they got that kind of rotation so smooth. And I used to think, how on earth are they doing that? And then realized, obviously, that you can use the keys. You get like tiny little steps, which is actually really neat. So this is looking good. This is looking good. Yeah. It shouldn't take too long. Okay. It's as good as. It's as good as. It's not. I guess somebody somewhere will have you know, um, an answer to this somehow. Trying to get this in here. But it's as good as is as good as. Yeah, as long as people can't really see through a gap, it should give the illusion okay. It shouldn't be a problem. Okay, so let's start off down the bottom here. I'm wondering actually, I did the same on this side, but of course I think they're all they're kind of all facing the other way, aren't they? I don't know whether I can flip them. I don't think I can. Not as a whole, anyway. I don't think I can flip them. Anyway, this is... that's pretty good. That's pretty damn good. It's only because this is on a curve. really. That's why it's so difficult, because it's kind of it's not only curving vertically but also horizontally, and yeah, so it's kind of like a little bit of a mix around. Yeah, I do like it. Okay, I think we're done. Yeah. Yeah, it's fine. What was funny yesterday was I'd obviously put the textures on, added some grunge and everything, and I was trying to make the portholes. I was trying to get a porthole, rivets around the edge, without, like the hole there with the rivets on there. I was actually playing around, and I guess I was tired. I didn't really sort of wasn't really watching what I was doing, and what I was actually doing was punching holes, and it looked like, it looked like a bullet had hit the brass, and sort of made a massive dent in it. I mean, it was actually quite effective, but not the kind of thing not really what I was looking for. But it just made me laugh when I brought the texture in and put it on, and I thought, that's really weird. It looked like a bullet hole rather than a rivet. So at that point, I just thought, no, I'm too tired. It was quite funny. I thought it was funny. Let's just hide this a minute, because it's kind of getting in the way. Right. Okay. That looks pretty good. Okay. Okay. How is everyone's Friday anyway? I can imagine that most people, the last thing they want to do is watch me doing this somehow. But I hope your Friday is good. Happy Valentine's Day to anyone that celebrates Valentine's Day. Okay, I think we're good there. Okay, I think we're good. Sometimes grabbing something without defining an axis is actually quicker and sometimes even more accurate than defining an axis, you know. Quite weird. Okay. Ooh, that seems to have sorted itself out. In fact, actually, it's probably because it's on a flat, almost. Yeah, okay. Okay. That's pretty neat. Pretty neat. Okay. Seems to have gone in rather, I think. Yeah, it hasn't there, is it? Mm. I can remember it taking me such a long time to get the axis, you know, the axes correct. Now it's just automatic because you just tap on them so often. But yeah, it's quite amazing. I don't know. I just distinctly remember. Like, I can actually distinctly remember being so excited about using Blender that it was like a full blown 3D art package that was free for a start. I mean, that, you know, um, yeah. I mean, I'd used all sorts of other little programs, demos of programs before, and just kept thinking, wow, I'd love, you know, if only, if only. I mean, I can remember AutoCAD being the bee's knees of CAD programs years ago, and I mean, you know, your average Joe Blogs at home couldn't afford that. The price was just astronomical. But yeah. Yeah, it's going to annoy me, those sails. I mean, I could... What if we rotate it around? No, I think there's some... Yeah, there's some screwed up things on that. Not good, really. Yes, that's brought the face count down quite a lot. Let's do these ones. Pretty cool. Okay. Don't know quite how you can go into orthographic mode without adjusting my view. Shift 1. No. Okay. So Shift 3. Shift 7. Shift 3. Shift 3. Okay. Okay. Ooh. Okay. Interesting, interesting. Okay. Well, that's actually really neat that stayed in orthographic mode. I'm sure you could do it. It's shift and then a number, which is interesting. Shift and keypad. Pretty neat. Okay. So I guess I press shift and keypad again. And it brings us into... No, it doesn't. Okay. Maybe if we go 1. Alright, okay. Okay. Well, that's handy to know. God, it's just... You learn so much. You learn so much. Okay. Right, they're done on that side. I mean, that took about an hour to do that lot, so yeah. I don't think there's really an easy way of doing this. I mean, I don't want to use a mirror modifier because the mirror modifier, if I select that one, which is obviously recorded, is not free. All the others are basically free. I think if I use a mirror modifier, it just doesn't give you the freeness. I am not so sure that you can. What if I select that? No, I don't think that's going to work. Object. What if I... be useful if you could have like a flip, you know. Apply snap. So if I go rotation, no, it doesn't really give you an option to kind of just say I want to flip it 180 degrees. I mean, you know, I suppose I could go rotate Z 180. No, not really. No. No, it doesn't really give you that option, does it? I mean, it's just literally a matter of trying to get that near that. You know, and just do as best you can, really. This is another thing, so simple, but you know, trying to center your view of something by just clicking the number key. You know, the dot, the period, the, you know. Tweak, tweak, tweak. This is obviously the most difficult one to do because of the angles, you know, is of the horizontal and vertical angle of the hull of the ship. But it's going to look good when it's done. It will look good. see if I can at least speed the process up a little bit while I'm in this view. We'll see. The other thing I've learned recently is don't make your textures too big. You don't actually need to make them too big. My system was absolutely crippled by the fact that first of all, I had created 4K textures. And realistically, no one needs 4K textures. Generally, you know, it's a nice to have kind of thing, but you don't really need them. And it's the same I found with things like video and you know, rendering. Yeah, you can render out a 4K one image, but you don't need to have your settings on, you know, massively high. And yeah, so I watched a video yesterday about optimizing Blender to, you know, operate really fast. And this is somebody who's you know, they develop assets and such like. And actually admitted that, you know, Blender crashes quite often. Fortunately, touch wood, I've never really, I mean, it has crashed on me recently, but it crashed on, not, yeah, it did actually crash on me yesterday, but I think there was something wrong with the drivers. And of course we had that update from Microsoft which seemed to knock out an awful lot of machines. Are we good on that one? That came out rather well. Ooh. Oh, okay. So yeah, there's always something that, you know, but I think it's while it's very good to have these really, you know, fantastic graphics cards, etc. I do think that sometimes, you know, because they have so much memory and, you know, are able to produce things really fast, and I think sometimes it kind of makes people a little bit lazy. And I've heard, you know, game developers and people who, you know, the kind of people who are using this stuff day in day out, they get crashes just like normal people. And so what is everybody doing at the weekend? Anything interesting? I'm off down to London on Sunday. My wife's doing a course. So what I do is I just trundle off down to London for the day and wander around very often, which is rather nice to just get out and about. So yeah, that's basically, that will be basically my weekend. Just a normal day tomorrow, sort of domestic chores and stuff. It's noticeably sticking out. But again, you know, I'm looking at these so close. No one is going to be looking at these so close. You do have to keep reminding yourself of this, you know, who's going to be looking at this thing, and you know, is it absolutely necessary that, you know, I know things like good topology and such like is a good habit, but you know, sometimes when you're, oh, what am I talking about? That other side didn't take an hour. I've been streaming less than an hour, so that other side must have only taken half an hour. I don't know quite why I thought that had taken an hour. This is actually, as I say, kind of therapeutic, really. Just tweaking. It's just about good habit making stuff, really. There we go. Each one of these is free, as Pantheon would say. We're all about the free. That's quite funny. I've learned so much from him actually recently. I mean, I've just had so many people recently come into, you know, in the last few weeks, come into my stream and basically just transform my workflow. You know, obviously with what Pantheon and I are doing at the moment with this drive to create steampunk themed and cyberpunk themed assets, you know, it's just really welcome and very needed. Yeah, we're plowing through these. Pretty neat, pretty neat. We're actually quite good on this. Do. Just in case I actually moved something that I shouldn't have, which has happened before. I don't know whether I clicked on something and then just moved it. I mean, that has kind of happened before. And then you look at your build and you think, why is that over there? It's, you don't realise that actually you clicked on something else, and it's now. Okay, we're good. We're good. I think we're good inside as well. Yeah. Okay. Looking for gaps. Looking for gaps. See, now it's kind of out of alignment again. But I think that's... Ooh, see, why is that? Oh, okay. Yeah, we're good. We're good. Right. What was this again? Shift 3, wasn't it? You control Shift 3. There we go. Okay, so now we're in orthographic mode. Oh, that's really worth knowing. That is really worth knowing. Handy little keystrokes. Again, fantastic for lining things up. And yeah, orthographic mode is especially good for things like this. You're trying to line up edges and corners and faces and things like that. Okay, I think this is a little bit out, but... We're literally on the outside. Yeah, I think that's fine. We've done this one as well, haven't we? Yeah, I think that needs to go in a little bit more. Sticking out a bit too much. Probably about that much. Okay. Okay. Again, it's a little bit difficult to line this one up because again, we're on a curve and we're on a curve both vertically and horizontally, so sometimes it's not until you actually push it in to the. So we've got to get the alignment up there. I do remember with older versions of Blender that the grab tool would literally just stuff. I mean, it would just move it absolutely randomly, and it was actually quite. It was used to be really annoying. You just really didn't know where it was going to go. It was quite weird. And you'd end up thinking in orthographic mode that you'd line something up. There's little things like that that you kind of, I mean, most people probably don't even remember, you know. Maybe they don't remember, maybe they just never, you know, they never used those tools or something, or they weren't, you know. We're getting good at this. We're getting good at this. So yeah, that looks pretty flat as well. Pretty flat. Yeah, we're good. It's not taking actually that long to do. It just needs to be done. We might as well do it properly. If a job's worth doing, it's worth doing right, as they say. Yeah, that looks pretty good. We don't seem to have any gaps down there. Obviously, GX. Put it in a little bit more. Boom. Orthographic view is actually quite good for doing this kind of thing. It's it just seems to be a much easier way of trying to line everything up. Pretty much getting there. Looks okay to me. We haven't got any gaps anywhere. Ooh, we're on the last one. Cool. And then we can get on and do some more interesting stuff. Because this angle is actually really Okay. Cool. Cool. It's always going to be difficult. Because it's actually at 3 different angles to all the others. A little bit more time to get it angled right. There we go. Right, so now we're back in what I call normal view again. Yeah, it looks good. It is looking good. Right. Yeah. Cool. Right. So next, let's do something a little different. I'm kind of getting right. What can I do with the doors? Oh yeah. Now I have got these are 2 different size doors, so I can't use the same. We're good with those. The other portholes can go. No, and my legs are cold. Um, My legs are cold. It is. They said it was going to get very cold. It's going to feel like -3 or something in the UK today. Well, it is around where I live anyway, and it certainly feels colder than yesterday. But yeah, I need a blanket over my legs and my feet because I am getting really cold. Whew. Right. Okay. Where are we up to? All right. Yeah, the door. Now, I had another thought actually. Well, no, I don't really want to keep adding things. This is the trouble with this. You can just keep adding and adding and adding all the time, and it just gets crazy. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna join this, right? And I want to. Oh, okay. Cool. So that's the only thing that's really on there. Okay. Let's grab the. Let's grab this door. Um. Okay, so let's go round. Go just round, round, round. Ah, okay. You can go there. Right. You've got a material. That is okay. What we're going to do is I've got. Did I copy materials, textures? I don't know. I don't think I did. Oh, I did. Right. So what I was kind of thinking, but I haven't got a door. I have got a door though. Let's have a look. 1 minute. Textures. I have got a whole thing of doors. Here we go. Now we could have a door like that, which is probably going to be what it would look like on a ship. Okay. Okay. La, 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 la. Okay. Yeah, okay. Mm. Of course, the handle is on the opposite way. Of course it is. So, if we're opening that way, we need to flip this. UV. Mm, nope. UV. There we go. So, looks consistent. It's the main thing. Yeah, that'll be fine. Okay, what I can do actually is use the same texture for this one. So let's call this, let's just call this stern door. Can I use something else? Let me see if I can find a... let me see if I can find a different kind of door. Ba, ba, ba. Ooh, that might be a nice one. In fact, actually, that would be a very nice one. That would also be nice if only it was completely... There we go. There we go. There's a nice ship's door. Okay. Okay. We have a door. A minute. Is that one? Oh no, there we go. It's that one. Right. Okay. Right. So. Okay. Rather interesting why it did that. Would have to be the last one, wouldn't it? Okay. So which way round are we talking here? Hmm. That's interesting. That's interesting. Of course it will be distorted, won't it? Um, mm, of course, that's not going to do anything, is it? Okay. I mean, I know why this is happening. It's because the meshes are kind of the wrong size. I need to pick a door that's kind of that size, really. Okay, let's just look for something else. Is there isn't really that many doors. Hmm. Okay. Let's get rid of that. Yeah. Okay, so if we go unwrap. Okay, so we've got both of those. Need to find a sort of a squat door of some sort, or I can just put a texture on that. I wanted to make it look like a door though. Hmm. Yeah, that would be rather nice, and that would actually work. Okay. Let's see if we can use something like that. Hmm. Interesting. Where did that just go? Hmm. Where did you just go? What? Okay, am I just not seeing it or something? But that's just not interesting. Interesting. So I'm definitely saving that. Save. Okay, let's just save it in there. And it's definitely downloading. Is it though? There we go. Got it. How bizarre. How utterly bizarre. Delete this. Let's bring that over there. This should work. Yeah, okay. Fancy door. A fancy door. Morning, Tyro. How are you? Good morning, England. That's a very generalized good morning. But yeah, hi, how are you? I'm hoping the audio is working because yesterday after the Microsoft update, the audio was just crazy. And I was talking away to Pantheon and I could hear him, but he couldn't hear me. Oh, that's good. Valentine's Day. It's Valentine's Day. Okay, let's bring this in. Okay, we're good. We're good, we're good, we're good. Alright, so I'm just trying to get my my ship completed. Yeah, very good. I'm gonna try. I want this. Okay. There we go. Right, now I want the bottom bit and I want the top bit. Okay, that's looking good. It's probably as good as it's gonna get. Let's see if we can try VY. I'm just kind of making it squat. I mean, it's okay, I think. Okay, they're good. The audio's alright. Good. Oh, yesterday was weird. Yesterday it was really, really weird. I didn't really quite figure out what... I mean, I'm guessing something, you know, on the Microsoft side of things. But I noticed actually throughout the day after I finished streaming that other streamers were getting exactly the same problem. And they were fiddling around and, you know, doing all sorts of stuff with their audio. And I thought, it's not just me then. It's, okay. There we go. So we want this one. Good old Microsoft and their updates. It's been a while actually since they've screwed up updates. They generally seem to be okay, but yesterday was a bit of an exception. Yeah, I know, it is always a gamble. And I think they give you a false sense of security when everything seems to work okay for a while. And then all of a sudden everything just gets seriously screwed up. And yeah, it's not good. It's not good. Right, I'm gonna make the door edge like this. Okay, that's fine. They often mess up. Oh, okay. Oh, your After Effects. All right. Yeah. I suppose in a way it's nigh on impossible to try and account for every single, you know, configuration of computer and don't do this. Don't do. Oh, okay, there we go. That's rather nice. You know, it's going to be difficult. It's going to be difficult. Okay, right. So if we go back here, so I had the rather laborious job of realigning all of the portholes up because I wanted zero in, you know, their instances, I think. So you've only got one porthole that's registering that has 52 faces, and all the others, because it was amounting to quite a lot, all the others have got zero. So, ooh, that door needs to be calmed down a bit. That's way too bright. Oh, what? Yeah, it's a bit too bright, really. It's a tad bright colour. We are going to... we could do this, and then could desaturate it a bit. Just tone it down. It's a bit too bright. Color ramp. Color ramp is always good. Come on. Okay. Not really wanting to be. Okay. Oh, duh. I know why it's doing that. You realise after a while, what if we... what if we do put that on there? Oh no, we still can't do that. What do we... Okay, so what we need is mix colour. No. All I'm trying to do is I want the door is too bright, right? So it's too all I want to try and do is kind of just get the door to look a little bit more muted than it is. I'm probably going around this the wrong way. It's kind of really garish. Look, like this. It's way too red. Probably what I'm trying to do is if I invert the color, no, it's not giving me what I want. Multiply your grey door with the original image. Multiply. Oh, okay. So just put that in there. No. It mix? Yeah, possibly. Okay. Oh, there we go. Oh, that's kind of a... Yeah. Yeah, that's actually a lot better. That's not quite so garishly red. What if we... Yeah, I see what you mean. All right. Yeah. Yeah, it's not quite so garish. Actually looks like a bit like a weathered door and changed to saturation. Yeah. That's actually really not too bad. It was just so orangely... The row that says multiply. Oh. Ah, right, okay. Okay. Actually, I actually quite like the, that. Oh no, not that. Change the factor. Ooh. Yeah. More or less, yeah, but yeah, mess around with it. Yeah. That's what I normally do. I mean, I could edit this in. I'm just chilling out today, to be honest. What if you do color dodge? Ooh, no. It's interesting they don't. Oh, there we go. No. I mean, that's actually not too bad. I mean, that, you know, that's not too bad. I mean, the other thing I could do is I could add. Let's just get rid of that 1 minute. I could just add. Hmm. Okay, so this ambient grunge is what I generally add to everything that nearly everything. It depends, but it's a Curtis Holt ambient grunge that I bought, and I pretty much put it onto everything steampunk, and it kind of I'll show you the effect. So it kind of weathers everything, but you kind of have to play with the settings because it actually kind of calculates out the scale of what you're working on, and you have to try and figure out what the scale of it is, and all of a sudden it will just start appearing. But it's good. It adds ambient, it adds grunge. You can do edge wear and all of those other things. It adds AO. The AO is working actually rather. That's actually giving it a much better. And I want this darker. But it just makes. Yeah, it is. It is. He does a free version. Yeah, I'll give you the link. He does a free version of this. It's not that expensive, to be honest, but I use it all the time. It is actually really good. It's on Gumroad. Let's see if I can find it. I'll get the link. Hang on. It is actually pretty good. I buy a lot of add-ons. I mean, I don't spend huge amounts of money on add-ons, but I like add-ons that I'm going to work. And there's another add-on which is absolutely brilliant, and I haven't really had time to play with it yet. But it's like a very cut-down version of Remesh. Where is my... Come on, look at this at a funny angle. Pricing contains filters. Come on, where is he? I've got so many things now that so many people I follow. Yeah. Where is my list? Where's my library of Gumroad? Let's just type it in because here we go. Got it. It's only $8 for the full version, but he does a free one, so hang on. Ba, 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 ba. It's in here somewhere. He does a lot of stuff. Oh, okay. Maybe he's taken the free one away now. He does some good stuff though, Curtis Holt. I wonder has he taken the free one away? Interesting. Anyway, here's the link of the. Hello. Sorry, I was on a different screen. Hello, Mr. Pantheon. How are you? Is there music on? No, it's just birds. I don't hear the birds. Yeah. The birds are definitely there. I can turn the birds up. Oh. You're always scared that an add-on will break my blender. To be honest, I've never had an add-on do that. Touch wood. I mean, it's not my fault. Oh, okay. Traumatized you. Okay. I've never really had a problem with add-ons in Blender, to be honest. I mean, there are some pretty bad ones, but I've always stuck, you know, to people that I trust in a way. The add-on was the one where it shows where the keys you press. Oh, right, okay. Yeah. Screencast. Yeah. Yeah, I keep forgetting to actually switch that on. Screencast, yeah. I think there were problems with Screencast. That door is still too bright, but at least it's not horrible garish now, anyway. Do you like the detail on my ship? Oh wow! I bet freedom, man. They stuck to their word and delivered it. That's brilliant. That is brilliant. Cool. I'm really happy for you because I know what it's like to get a bike. I never forget. Wow, that's early. Brilliant. So you'll be off bombing around the country now. Okay, I'm happy with that, really. I'm happy with that. Yeah. Yeah, there's nothing like having your own a greenhouse. It's an observatory. So let me see if I can try and get inside. So the next bit that I want to work on. It's like a steampunk, you know. It's like just a fancy something to put on the back end of this ship. But yeah, so people inside, because people are going to actually be using this in role play. But so you know, it just gives it a nice effect, really. I don't want to texture this. So can you on the motor? Oh, right, okay, cool. Game level. Um, well, I started this project about 5 or 6 years ago, and it was literally just for, I don't know whether you've ever seen it. Maybe let me see if I can bring it on screen. And it didn't. I wasn't really very happy with it at the time, but it wasn't being used for role play back then. But now people want to use it for role play in Second Life. Let me bring this over. Right, so that's what it used to look like, which I wasn't really very happy about. The texturing was crap. The mesh was crap. Um, I wasn't that good at UV unwrapping at that point, so I wasn't really very happy, and I left it. But because obviously Pantheon and myself are working on some, a project for assets and such like, I wanted to bring this back in again. So I've pretty much redesigned about 80% of it, to be honest. And yeah, I mean, this is what it used to look like, and it wasn't. But you see what I had at the end, at the back end, the stern, I had like just a platform that people could walk on and, sit down and just look out. But I really liked the idea. See, look, you can see the mesh. It was just awful. It's really awful. Yeah, well, I mean, it's not going to get sold in Second Life. It's predominantly for the project that Pantheon and myself are doing. But yeah, I mean, it could be an asset for Second Life. It'll go to one area and that's it. It won't be for sale or anything. It's just literally for a specific group of people to use. But yeah, that's what it is. That's what it is. I can't remember if I um, how many textures I had on here. I just had one for the inside. What I really need is another one for the ceiling. So this part of the ship, effectively, this part of the ship leads to the other. This, yeah, I can imagine it will look amazing textured. I reckon it's gonna look brilliant. So this part of the ship is going to be used as a. It's going to have like a mini bar. It's going to be all steampunked. So it'll have a library and a very small lounge, and then there is access to go down onto the next level, the next deck underneath, and then down even further still to the bottom. And all of that will just get used in the role play. And I think I'm going to screw up this texture now, aren't I? Oh no, I haven't done the inside. So what I want to do is I want the ceiling. I want the ceiling to have a different texture, which is fine. Okay, because I've got a texture for the walls. It needs to be. So we want a new texture. This is going to be the stern building ceiling. Okay, assign it to that. Done. Actually, I think I should get that lot as well. Yeah, okay, so we're going to assign that lot to the stern ceiling. Yeah, okay. Cool. Right, so Okay, so the inside, I've got a rather nice, some rather nice textures. I'm using flat textures for this. I'm not using procedural. Walls and stonework. Okay, so actually, if I've got wall, yeah, what I want to do is I want to posh wallpaper. I was thinking that might be good. Okay, so we're going on the inside. I want to grab that one. Okay. And I don't think I need to do anything with this one. But we do need to make sure. Okay, right. Let's grab that texture. No. Go, 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 go. I've got so many textures on this ship. I think when I did the original ship, I mean, I was just so pissed off with it when I did it at the time. I wasn't very happy with it. Oh my god. Can we not actually just, there we go. Right, that's what I want. All I want is the inside select. There we go. It's a big project. Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's also scaled to real size as well. So I'm not working on a little mini project, you know, a little tiny mini version of this. And yeah, I was playing around with textures yesterday, and it actually crashed my graphics card. So yeah, it's pretty big. That's the first time I've ever had a crash on a graphics card. Does that follow? Oh, it is. Okay, cool. Right, so actually what I want to do is, I'm not going to do anything stupid with this, but I do want to scale it. Scale it up to about there would probably be realistic. But it's nearly finished. I am glad to say that it is nearly finished. This has been an ongoing project for quite a while. Okay, that's worked out a lot better than I thought it would, and I think it's going to look amazing inside. Do I... Ooh, that looks even better. Okay, that's perfect. Right. I now want the ceiling. Okay, right. Let's go back here. The ceiling. Believe it or not, I could actually use that one. That looks very nice. I think it will go very nicely with the yeah, I thought so. UV. This is called Wink. Okay, scale that up a little bit. Ooh, some kind of funny lines in there. Damn it, probably doesn't actually need to be scaled up, to be honest. Okay. I don't think anyone goes into a building and goes, oh, look at your ceiling. I don't think so. Yeah, that looks nice. That looks nice. Okay, that's fine. In a church, maybe. Oh, of course you do, Pantheon. Yeah, of course you do. Right. I am actually very happy that this is pretty much done. Okay, save it. The only thing I haven't done. Oh, right, okay. I would agree, in churches and old buildings, I really do. I look at the ceilings. But yeah. Other than that, I don't really ceiling before anything, really. What do you think of the textures on this? Even in the house. All right, okay. I've spent my time doing this shit because I really want to crack it. And you know, I want to make it look. Oh yeah, now the other thing. The other thing I've got to do, actually, come to think of it, I really need to sort out the texturing on this. This is seriously screwed up. Yeah, I know, I believe you. I absolutely believe you. I think it was actually just this one. I like looking on top of people's fridges. There's always something abandoned. Oh right, okay. You wouldn't want to see on top of our fridge. We've got a very small kitchen. Mast is wrong. What's wrong with the mast? Do you want the mast in brass? Let me. I think I've really screwed up this. This is going to be. What is this going to be? Paddle. Damn. Got a feeling I need to do the paddle. The actual paddle. Yeah, I thought as much. I thought as much. How is that? I actually wonder whether I screwed this up. Yeah, yeah. He's very tall. Very tall. Towers above me. What is it? Is it this that's screwed up down here? Oh, it could be that, couldn't it? I reckon it could be that that's screwed up. Okay, let's grab this. No, it's not. I gotta redo that texture because it's shit, to say the least. I've got to just basically redo that completely. What is this? I think this is when my graphics card screwed up. All right, okay. Yeah, that's quite interesting. What's on top of the fridge? I'm gonna unwrap this again. I need to redo this texture because it's. I think this is when yesterday I had massive problems. Okay, let's UV unwrap conform. That's really weird. Okay, I might have to do that whole thing. I don't really want to do that whole thing. I just want a UV unwrap. Let's do that again. What if we do cylinder? Oh no. Hell no. What the... Let's just reset you 1 minute. Okay. And we could just do that. It's only a procedural. It won't actually make that much difference. Let me see if I can find... I mean, it's just a paddle, for crying out loud. Yeah, let me just... I'm just trying to find a suitable... Actually, there we... You know what? That might work. Or... No. That one might work. Okay. Right. So I'm going to do that. We're going to disconnect. Okay. Oh my god, what a pile of poo. Yeah, I think this is when my graphics card crashed. We want the paddle. I'm going to delete all that. That ain't good. Let's bring this in. Yeah, there we go. That's a lot better. That is a lot better. And it only needs to be simple. Yeah. There we go. Yeah, I thought I mirrored it on the other side. Okay, we're happy with that. We're happy with that. What were you saying about the mast? What were you saying about the mast? It's wrong. What's wrong? The flow of rust. Do you think it should go vertical? Orientate. Yeah, well, I actually did it this way round on purpose, but yeah. I think you could be right. Yeah, okay. I think you could be right on that one. Yeah. Okay, I will sort that out. Let me go back here a minute. I want to increase the roughness on that. Metallic. Yeah, I'm pleased with it. I'm deliberately taking my time on doing this because, you know, I've had some good feedback from, because they, in the Neo Victoria group, fixed wheel looks way, yeah. Anything's gonna look better than what it was. Yeah, I got some really nice feedback from the people who are potentially going to roleplay on this, and they're actually quite excited to get into it. Right, let me fix this. Okay, right, let's go in here. Main mouse pole select. So basically I just need to rotate 90 degrees. I don't know whether that's actually is that fitting in? No, it doesn't really matter anyway. Yeah, let me look at that. Ooh, okay, so that's, yeah, I've got to redo the texture on that. Yeah, I've got to redo the texture on that because it's actually flowing the wrong way. Yeah, I've got to redo it. Actually, hang on a minute. I know what I can do. Oh no, because it's just going to go the same way, isn't it? Yeah, I can't redo it because I've baked the textures, so this could be where my machine crashes again, where I hope it doesn't. Right, let's just try. Let's go File, Export, BX. If I call that whole mast, we only want that one. Selected. Right, okay. Let's go in here. Okay, right. So let's start from I only want the mast, so I should be able to do it this way. Actually, hang on. No, I got to do it again. I got to do it again. That's fine. Select textures, mast, whole mast. Okay. Okay. So, really, we don't want all that. We just want the main mast pole. Yeah. It's cold. I just can't. I got a blanket over my legs and my feet because I'm so cold. It's crazy. Okay, right. Now, what I actually used for this was... Okay. What I actually used for this was I think it was wood or metal. Ooh, that might work. That might work. No. It was actually a wood texture that I used, and it just gave the right effect. Yeah, I mean that's just seriously over the top. Oh, that's no good anyway, because that's just literally planks. There we go. Right, so that's got the grain going the right way. Ah, it was that one. That's right. It was actually that one. Oh, this really irritates me how this just can't seem to save the settings for... No, it wasn't that one. It wasn't that one. It was a wood texture, dark wood. No. Could have been that one. No, it was definitely a wood plant, wood, no. Ah, it could well have been that one. No, that's a weird colour. I can probably change the colour. Okay. Such a shame that they can't get this fixed. I don't think... Right. La, 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 la. A smart within a smart. Problem is you have to rotate every single one. It's crazy. So we got that run the right way, that's run the right way, so something is still not run the right way. Don't really like its colour, it needs to be darker. What colour can we make it? Let's make it darker. Okay. Looks a bit noddy now, doesn't it? Looks a bit crap. I can't remember what I used. Oh, there we go. That it could have been that one. Something like that. And I switched it around because it actually just looked kind of better. Yeah, okay, right. So let's... There we go. That's fine. That looks like the bee's knees. Okay, let's save that. Mast. Put that down as whole mast. It's interesting. Where's the textures for this? Interesting. Okay. Right. Let's save that in there. Let's export the textures out. So, of course it doesn't save the path. No, there, textures, mask, textures, select one. Okay, all we want is the main mask pole. We're gonna go for that. We're gonna go for that. Cool. Export. Right. We need the mainmast pole. Delete. Mainmast pole. Okay. Immediately we need to get rid of this because it looks pretty bad. Problem now, of course, is it looks different from the rest. That's going to look too different, isn't it? I mean, it does look like a mast, but now everything else doesn't really match up with it because you kind of wouldn't have metal. Okay, that's not going to work. I need to figure out what the texture was that I used. Wheelhouse, funnel, deck, funnel, mast. There we go. Let's discard that. I can't remember what it was I used. What did I use? It was this one. So if we go to main mast pole. Oh, it was this one. Okay. Just called dark wood. Oh, that one there. Okay. Okay, so if I go open full mast, discard. Main mast pole. We want to get rid of what there is there. Oh shit. No, that's fine. I'm going to put dark wood on it. There we go. That's what it was. Yeah, okay. Yeah, for some unknown reason, I rotated the textures at 90 degrees. And I just thought that looked the bee's knees, but it's not the bee's knees. Okay, so that's now around the right way, and it will stay consistent with everything else. So let's save that. And let's overwrite. Bing, 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 bing. Okay. Where? is it going to save it all? What is going on? What is going on? Oh no, don't worry about it. It did kind of bug me actually that I spent I spent time rotating it around. I just thought, oh, it might look all right, but it now that you pointed it out, and that's exactly what I'm saying about being part of a team, because like we should be able to say that doesn't look right, right? You know, unless I have absolutely a strong opinion about something, which I will say, you know. But yeah, I agree. It's been pointed out, and it doesn't look right. It doesn't look right. File, export, texture. Oh, there we go. I don't know quite what's going on there. It's good. I just view this stuff as always. It's good practice. It's good practice. I spent quite a number of hours yesterday evening actually with the tablet and Substance Painter, and it is mind-blowing. It is really mind-blowing. I mean, I'm not producing anything fantastic at the moment, but yeah, but it is actually really, really good, and it makes life so much easier. There we go. Okay, so I don't know, you have to do that first and then do that for some reason. Okay. Okay, yep, export. We're good. Right, let's bring them in now. It should actually be round the right way now. It should actually be around the right way. I keep taking off. I keep exporting that out and we don't need it. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, and it's now fitting in nicely with the rest of this. I think that I actually took the normal off of this. I did. There we go. Cool. Okay, yeah, and it does make sense that it would actually go that way around. And that should have changed the other... Yeah, it has. Right, okay. Save it quick. Right, I've really only got one more thing to do on this now that I can see, and that is... I redid all the portholes, by the way. So I've only got one that's 52 faces, and all the others are free, as you say. I like that, though. All of these are free, so... And I did that the same with the mast. And I think I did it the same with this. Yes. So I'm getting into a habit of doing that now. So it's really quite good. It's quite good. It's good. It's all good habits to get into. Right, I need to do a rudder. I had a really crap rudder on here before. And that's really the last thing I've got left. I've done everything I really needed to do. I have got to go for a pee. Bursting. Okay, 1 minute, 1 minute. Okay, we're back. We're back. We're back. We're back. Right. I need to make a rudder for this. And what does a ship's rudder look like? Um, okay. Yeah, it's pretty straightforward, isn't it? I mean, it's nothing fancy. And it just literally goes straight down. So I'm gonna probably, doesn't need to be particularly big. Okay, I tell you what, I'm not going to make it that big. I mean it. Okay, right. It doesn't need to be actually that big at all. So they seem to. Right. I think what we'll do is start with a cube. Yeah, I reckon something like that. I don't think it needs to be. Okay. Whoa! Get your act together. I'm going to. Let's just subdivide it a couple of times. Doesn't need to be very high detail. Ooh. I think as long as it goes down below, because the water line is actually comes to the bottom of there. So on most ships, you only seem to see the kind of the top of the rudder, really. In fact, actually, the rudder could probably start around there. Pretty basic. Get that in proportion. it probably wouldn't go beyond the... It doesn't look like it goes actually that far beyond the ship. Well, yeah, saying that, something I see, it's all... Actually, yeah, it probably wouldn't do. It wouldn't really go beyond the ship. The stern. Come on. I think a ship for that size, that's probably more than enough. And it seems to come down to a point like that. If you saw the rudder I had on my old ship, it's just everything about this build just brings back so many bad memories. It really does. It's kind of weird, really, how it brings back so many bad memories. Okay, then the only other thing that seems to happen on these rudders is that oh no, I don't want to do that. Okay, so we want to scale shift Z. Seems to be a little bit bigger than the spindle that it's actually on. Yeah, okay, that's fine. I don't want to extrude it, otherwise we're ending up with more. That's fine. That's fine. Okay. And it's down below the bottom of the ship as well anyway. So this is a cube. Move! We're going to call this holes. Okay, it's fine. Let's just call this rudder. The other rudder. You're not my mother. You're not my mother. Okay, right. A rudder doesn't need to have... In fact, actually, I've got some black materials that I can put on this. No. Let's go, let's just go up. Right. And then let's grab this line and go GY. Okay, so we're just going to be literally inside the... That's fine. Right, so we're just literally inside the hull. So it's kind of hidden. That's fine. Rudder from another mother. Yeah. Have you ever seen the film Coraline? That's what I was saying. You're not my mother. I'm your other mother, dear. When she's trying to sew her eyes with buttons. It's a bit dark, but it's a good film. It's a animation, but it's really really good. I like it. Okay, right. Let's. We're gonna try and get the other mother. Yeah, yeah. It is a good film. I do like it. Are we really bothered about how this unwraps? Probably not. But anyway, I'm going to do it properly. So this should open up all the way around there. That's good. We don't do we need it? No, we don't necessarily need this, or this. And we certainly don't need it down here either. Or do we? Ooh. No, we don't. We don't need it. Okay. We're good. So let's mark this seam. Yeah, it's a great film. I like all of those films. I can't remember. Is it Tim Burton that did Coraline, or is it someone else? I can't remember. But I love all of Tim Burton's films as well. You know, Nightmare Before Christmas, The Corpse Bride. Oh, I just love watching all those kind of films. They are just excellent. They really are. Yeah, Tim Burton. Yeah, I thought it was. Okay, UV unwrap conformal. Okay. You didn't do anything. Reset UV unwrap conformal. Okay. Doing the same thing, but it's now squarer, which is fine because all I'm gonna do is bring in we don't want a texture that's too new. Oh, there we go. Now that would be perfect. Yeah, there we go. Neil Gaiman. I've never read any of their books. I'm sure the books are actually really quite good. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. Right, so I'm going to grab those and we're going to scale them and we're going to grab them and put them over here. We're going to grab these. We're going to, woo. We're going to scale it. We're going to rotate 90 degrees and we're going to grab it and put it there. Okay. I think both of these need to be rotated 90 degrees and probably scaled down. I want them to actually get, there we go. So scale, yeah, I think that's going to look good. Probably have to put one on top of the other, but shading. Let's create a new material. I'm going to call it rudder, not rubber. I nearly typed rubber. That would make Pantheon laugh, wouldn't it? You got to put a rubber on your ship before it goes into port. Oh, I can hear him now. Why does this happen? I don't understand why. Show me where that is. Oh, okay. Okay, that's fine. That's fine, you can go there. Actually, let's see where that is. Oh, that's also really small. Okay. It can be small, but we don't want it that small. We can put that over there, then it's actually going to be very similar. Cool. But now it would be better if it was all rotated and scaled very slightly, so that at least it kind of looks, absolutely no one is going to see. Why is that all at a funny angle? Okay, that's fine. That is fine. Right, so we want to grab this. Of course we can't do that in there. We want to grab this and I want to make it G. I want on the Y. I want it to have studs right there. G on the Y. Let's put that one over there, just very slightly. That should look kind of similar. Just one's in the dark and the other one's out, but yeah, that looks pretty neat. And it's pretty scuffed. The Burton and Neil is a really good combo. Yeah, they certainly know how to. They haven't brought anything out for a long time that I know of. Do you know what? I want this nice green effect, which is real nice. Actually, it would be more than likely down there, wouldn't it? Like a real green. Oh yeah, there we go. Maybe not quite that green. Oh yeah, there we go. There we go. Cool. That looks like a rudder. It looks like a rudder. It smells like a rudder. It tastes like a rudder. I don't like that top bit. And also, rivets are slightly stretched. Okay. Go back again. Yeah, that's better. That's better. Right, the other thing is, I don't like the way that is. So, let's grab that and just give it a dark, grungy bit. And then let's grab that. Okay, let's just grab that. It's underneath the ship. Let's just give it dark grunge, then it won't stand out as being anything. That's better. Okay, we're good. Yeah, there we go. And it kind of matches where it's coming out of the ship as well. So okay, we're good. Okay, I need to also sort out the top and the bottom of that. That looks really neat though. It's looking really cool. Yeah, I think there would look good. It's going around the wrong way, isn't it? It's going around the wrong way. Scale needs to kind of come out like that a bit. There we go. Right. That's better. Better. Cool. Hi. Right, I think I'm pretty much there. I feel like I'm there. It's only taken 20 years. Okay, the only thing I'm not really happy about is the door. Is the stern door. It just doesn't look. This door just doesn't look good. I like the door, but I just don't like the colour. Can I change the colour? I don't like the colour. Ooh, okay. So now, what I want to be able to do is I darken it, saturation. Hmm. Okay, this might just help make it not stand out so much. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Right, I want this to also be dark. Yeah, I don't want it to stand out. To be kind of rusty. Dust level, we can increase that a little bit. Yeah. Using a normal anyway, but yeah, okay. That kind of looks better. Don't want it standing out. Yeah, that's better. Yeah, that's better. That's better, that's better. Okay. I could not work like this yesterday. Yeah, I was having serious problems and it was texture overload. Graphics card was seriously being pushed. And I think on top of that, with these Microsoft updates that happened, also just pretty crap, really. Right, I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna call it done. This model. Okay. I will be glad to see the back end of this model, to be honest. Okay, I've got to do physics for this. Physics for... Okay. Let me now that I've got that, let me see. I want to do a render. Okay, I feel like we've now got a completed ship. I've got to do physics on this, but I'm not doing that today. So steampunk, steam ship. It's 16C completed. Okay, we can call that completed. I will do physics, but I don't really want to do this today. So we've got a picture. We've now got a completed picture. I must admit, I am very happy with it. Now that it's got a rudder, we've got the texturing on the hull. Yeah, we've got the rivet texturing overlay, and on here, which is not brilliant, but then again, it's kind of steampunkish, so I'm happy that everything's done. The rudder is done. I could actually try bringing this into Second Life and seeing what it looks like. I reckon it'd be pretty awesome, really. I won't be able to walk on it because I need to do the physics, but I'm also thinking that I might do the physics slightly. The main physics needs to be the back here, the end, you know, the back of this this room, and the hull, obviously, because you don't want people walking through the hull. The physics for this will be very simple. Physics for the mast will be very simple. Everything will be very, very simple. Thank you. It's been a long time coming. So the only thing I really need to do physics for is the hull, the cabin, and the rear. I mean, there are things that I want to do actually with this. I could do this today, to be honest. I could make what needs to go into the. Let's have a look. What Mr. Pantheon's doing. Oh my God! Wow. Wow. That is pretty neat. That is. Oh, fuck, look at that. Wow, you should be very proud of yourself. That is just, look at the exhaust pipe. Oh my God, that's unreal. That looks awesome. That really is just absolute cracking. Very nice. The level of detail on that is, it's very nice. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I know. There's just, you know, it's a bit like my ship. It's mind you, I think my ship. I've spent way too much time doing my ship, but you know, you want to just keep adding, and it's, but yeah, it does look really good. Yeah, amazing. Very neat. Yeah, I likes it. How do you do the physics? You a bounding box. Okay, so the physics for things like Second Life are done. Okay, let me actually show you how the physics work. It's relatively basic, but if you get it wrong, you fuck your model up like crazy, and it also ends up effectively. I mean, a model like this is going to cost me quite a bit to bring this in to Second Life. And if I screw up the physics, then it's... Yeah, you're welcome, Mr. Pantheon. It's very, very nice. If you screw up the physics, it can cost you money, which is why you use the beta platform. Because you use the beta, it doesn't effectively cost you money, but it's not guaranteed that it's going to be 100% compatible with the live servers. But yeah, I'll show you very, very, very simply. So let me create a collection. I'm happy now with everything. I can get rid of this portholes now, to be honest with you. I'm going to delete that. Right. Let me create a new collection, and I'm going to call this physics. Okay, very, very quickly. So if we highlight this, okay, let me go back, sorry. Let's go back here. We want a simple view. So this is the main body of the building. The way the physics has to work is like this. You can't, unfortunately, you can't just take the, you know, what you've already created and make physics out of it. I mean, you could if you really wanted to, but to be honest, it's just not worth it. It's just not worth it. You're better off to Control A. So we're going to create a cube. And once you've done one box the right size, one cube the right size, then you can just basically use the same cube, replicate it. So the way it works is it's got to be on the inside of the mesh. Right, so it's got to be on the inside. As long as it's on the inside of the mesh, that's all that matters. Right, so scale. Once you get one correct, okay. It's best to actually work in this mode. Where did that go? I think it went here. And it's just going to be called cube, isn't it? Oh, where is the cube? Oh, come on. Where does the cube hide? It's not in here. It normally tells you where it's put it. Okay, so let's just move. No. Let's just. Oh, stupid idiot. It's part of the building. Oh, I do this so many times. No. Okay. Cube. Let's just move this to physics. Right, what I generally tend to do is we need to get rid of all of this. What an idiot. Right, so we just add a new material and we just call it physics. And I'm going to colour it. I generally tend to colour it blue because if we go into this mode, right, then I can see what I'm doing. Right, so we need to generally work in that mode, G, Z. So wherever there's a hole, right, wherever there's a hole, you generally have to, so all you do is you have to scale Z. Right, so you just do this. So where there's a doorway, right, so and you make these boxes. It doesn't matter if you've got gaps in between them. Okay, so let's Damn it. Okay, right. And so that's the doorway done, right? You basically make panels to just go all the way around. Okay. No, don't want to do that. Oh, come on. I can actually demo. Oh, come on. Why are you not? Oh, of course. Yeah. Yeah. Damn it. Okay. Yeah, you can only resize these things, can't you? So, okay. So control A, scale. Shit. If we set origin to geometry. Yeah, and you. Thanks for being here. I will probably explain the physics again. It's laborious. It's laborious, but it has to be done. Thanks for dropping in. And okay, so I thought I could resize that without affecting the original. When you went into edit mode. I thought you could. Is it that you can only do that? Oh, okay. Right, you can only. So if you do it in edit mode, you're affecting the whole lot. Okay, all right. Not a problem. Okay, all right. So if I scale on the Z, GZ, right. So we're going to go down something like this. Okay, that's good. It's still nothing. Right, okay, that's fine. That is fine. Bye. Bye, bye, bye. Thanks for dropping by. Okay. I can demo this actually when we hey, it doesn't actually take that long, to be honest with you. It's I think it's one of those things, once you get into the flow of it, you know, you just get on and do it really. Let's take one of these. Right. I'm not going to put anything on the top. It doesn't really, it's just not going to make the slightest bit of difference. No one's going to go up there, and also there doesn't need to be any physics for the dome, you know, the observatory glass. So yeah, that's going to actually stop people from going up there. Okay, that's pretty much the physics for that. That's okay, it's sticking out a little bit, but that's fine. Okay, I am going to select all of those objects, and I'm going to demo this, right? I will demo it. So we're going to export as a collider. Where are we? Okay, I tell you what I'm going to do. Okay, I'm going to create a new directory and I'm going to call it export. Okay, just for SL. Right, so we're going to do the selection only. I'm going to call this Stern Building. Right, Stern Building, and we're going to underscore PHYS for physics. Selection only, and we're going to export it. Okay, so I've now got the... I mean, I could actually... Yeah, I will just export this. So... I'm going to grab those because I want to see what they look like. So we've got the... We've got the building. Have I just got the building? Yeah. Okay, that's fine. So I'm going to export the building. Collider. And we're just basically going to call it Steampunk, but without the PHYS on the end. Right, so it's a Stern Building, selection only. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, right. I need to close this down because I am going to run out of memory. Well, the graphics card will. Okay, I haven't really got anything else open. So let's just go into Second Life. And I'll show you how the physics works. Basically, all you're doing, as long as you build separate mesh for things like doorways and holes and arches and stuff like that, the mesh will work, right? The mesh will work. And the physics will work. Whereas if you don't put the physics on, you get basically a cube that you can't do anything with. You can't go into it, you can't go through it, you can't go around it. I do like my steampunk hat. It's so pretty. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Right, okay, so we're going to upload that mesh model. We want to go in here, export. So when I see how the two files here, you got Stern Building and then Stern Building underscore PHYS, and it brings in the physics that I just created. So if I open that, okay, there we can see the physics. Why is it not brought the physics in properly? I've screwed something up there. See, this is not right. I got a feeling I clicked on the building when I exported the physics. Okay, hang on, because that's a building with no physics. Let me... select those yeah, I got a feeling... No, that should work. I know why. Yeah, I think I know why, because we got these two sticking out. That's why. See, it only takes a little tiny thing to screw that up. And I think that there has also got to go up there. And this is sticking out. And I know it's only ever so slightly, but it makes a big difference. Okay, GX, let's try and just move it in. Let's move it inside. Actually, I mean, it should probably be on that base. Let's just try that. I got a feeling it could be that that's causing the problem. Rotate Z. Right, so let's GX. Because you have to get to the very edge, right? So that might work. Right, so if we now go physics, select. I thought maybe I hit the building as well. No, that should work. Okay, move. Selected, copy, that's fine. Let's try again. Right. It can be a little bit finicky. So if we upload, no. Why doesn't it like it? Got to be a reason why it doesn't like it. Oh, sugar, I know why. We've got that little tiny bit under there. That's probably why. But the other thing is, the other part of the physics is not... If we did the physics like this, right? Yeah, see that little bit there, that bit just across there, I think that's what's screwing it up. I suspect that is what's screwing it up. It's an odd yeah, I mean, you can kind of see it working there. Okay. Let's just see what the building's like. Linear test. It's actually yeah, it's costing quite a lot of money. Okay. But it is and it isn't. It's not costing any money because it's beta, so yeah, it's gonna cost anyway. That's fine. Let's see. I don't think the physics from Second Life are going to be that good, to be honest. No, it won't let me in because I think the physics are crap. Yeah, see what I mean? Physics are really bad. Yeah, I mean this is its own physics, but the land impact will be stupid. It's up to 99. That's crazy. If I switch back to convex hull, it'll go down to 10. But you know, it's got to be prim. It will allow me to walk through here now, and I won't be able to walk through the walls or anything. But yeah, the physics are completely screwed up. Actually, I've just realised this door is not really. Mind you, then again, you wouldn't have a great big steampunk hat on. I think I've got to fix that doorway. What's doing it is this little bit down here, this step, is what's screwing it up, and that's why I say it's very finicky to get the physics right. It looks good though. Second Life is completely trash this. It really does. Okay, right, so we're not going to bother with that, that's fine. This is one of the reasons why I want to do this offline, because I could spend all day doing this and just start getting really wound up with it. Okay. Yeah, I mean that should work. That should work. We've come out to the edge. Again, we've come out to the edge. I mean that's inside the mesh. And we've come out to the edge on here. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. I'm going to call it a day. I've got some errands to run and there's things I have to do in prep for the weekend. But overall, I'm really happy. Okay, can I mass rename these? I don't know whether can I delete hierarchy, deselect ID, rename. Oh shit. That's pretty neat. Okay, didn't want to do that. Okay, that's fine, whatever. We will call that a day. Anyway, I'll leave this on this one. Okay, I'll leave that on there because hopefully that will be the front screen of my video. And yeah, I hope you have a great Valentine's Day and I hope you have a great weekend. And I will hopefully be streaming. I may be able to stream tomorrow. I definitely won't be able to stream on Sunday. And I should be back streaming again Monday and Tuesday. So yeah, and you have a good day and a good weekend, and I will see you again. I don't think anyone is following me at the moment apart from yourself. Are you streaming at the moment? I mean, you don't want one viewer, do you? That's not gonna make any. I don't know. I can't see whether you're streaming. No, 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 no. Okay, all right, no problem. Um, I'll probably chat to you maybe later on Discord if you're there. And but yeah, have a good weekend and enjoy your bike. Both bikes, the real one in the real world and the virtual one. So okay, thank you very much, and I'll see you again soon.